Okay, welcome everyone. We're starting with something called body talk. This is it's myofascial release is what it really is. So this is one technique. You have your hand at the back of your head, like at the base of your skull. So we're going to work the whole entire head. And one of the things they believe in body talk is that our brain wants to know our willingness to heal. Our brain wants to know. So we're telling our brain right now, as we place our hand there, that we're present, we're here in this moment. So all take a big breath before we begin. We'll be doing some tapping. Okay. So take a nice long inhalation and exhalation. I'm here. I am breathing. I'm alive. I'm in this moment. I'm open to my healing. Another big breath in and out. Good. So we're going to start by tapping the top of the head. And you're going to try to just tap with your fingers. You don't have to tap hard. We're just tapping right on the top of our head, holding with one hand. All right. And just keep that little tapping on the top of your head, all your fingers tapping. Good. And now let's bring that hand down to the heart, to the chest. And we've done this a little bit before, but we're using all of our fingers. We're just gently tapping our heart. So making our connection from the mind to the heart, from the brain to the heart. And taking a deep breath, and we're inviting our neural systems, nervous system, brain to communicate some healing because we're trusting our body knows what to do and our brain can tell it how to balance itself best. Good. Now tap at your belly button. So right at your navel, just right around your navel here. So back a little bit. This is my belly button right here. I'm going to tap all the way around my belly. So this is getting us to the body. So we started at the top. It's our mind and our heads. We moved to our hearts. Now we're tapping around our navel. It's our center, our body. And we'll take a deep breath. And exhale all the way out, feeling all our command centers connecting. Good. All right, let's switch. So now we'll take our left hand, place it on the back of our head. We're going to do that same tapping exercise. Again, it doesn't matter if you're sitting or standing or kneeling, anything works. So I got my hand right at the base of my skull. And now body talk, the fingertips right to the top of the head. Good. There's nothing that has to be too hard. It doesn't work better if you do it harder. It's more like I'm connecting to my brain, I'm connecting to my mind, and I'm inviting my mind to calibrate and to open up the connection to healing on all levels. Perfect. All right, let's go to the heart. So again, we're tapping around the breastbone. And you can tap all the way around here. You tap about 30 to 45 seconds. And you can do this anywhere, while you're watching TV or in between, stirring your pot of soup or whatever. So it's a really wonderful way for us to connect and set that intention for healing. Another deep breath in and out. Yes, feel your energy body activate along with the mind and the heart, the emotional body, asking them to work together to support us in our healing path, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, all, our whole self, and to the navel. Oh, let's breathe into the belly, feel the body, connect to the mind, connect to the heart, connect all the systems, the wisdom of our own brain, the wisdom of our own spirit and energy. All around the navel, This gentle tapping. Perfect. And now we're going to just hold both sides of our head. Let's bring the fingertips back and the heels of the hands kind of towards the hairline, as long as that feels good for you. You're just going to hold the whole head. Take a few moments just to breathe in and out. Good, and then we're going to tap hold the right hand where it is and tap the left side of your head. The left side. Just try to get all the parts we haven't tapped yet around the skull, around the brain. You can imagine you're connecting with that side of your brain, and you're asking it to turn on fully for your highest good and healing. Is gentle tapping. And using your fingertips, feeling that skull bone. Breathing in, breathing out. Notice if your jaw gets tense or if you're starting to furrow your brow, and just purposely relax that. Good. Hold the right hand side of your head and now tapping at the chest. This is the last little piece, doing the holding the side of our heads and then doing all our tapping. Breathing. It's like we're turning on our electrical system. We're turning on our neuroendocrine system. We're inviting our brain to connect with all these parts and pieces of ourselves. The energy of the heart, but also the heart muscle, right, itself, and all the emotions we store here. Good. This is all the way around the heart. And then down to the belly button, connecting to the physical body. Breathing in, breathing out. Perfect. We have that intention for ourselves, our inner prayers. Sometimes there's a little conversation going on in there, right? So just being aware, witnessing ourselves with care. What kind of conversations come through as we tap? Maybe we'll get some wisdom. All right, let's switch the hands. So now we're going to take that left hand. You're going to hold both sides for just a moment. Take a breath in and out. We have one more side to do. Body talk, just connecting the brain. So we're tapping now, holding the left side, tapping for the right. All the way around, from the top to around the back. Just getting the fingertips. And feeling a whole entire skull turning on, brightening. Filling up your lungs. And all right, let's get to the heart and chest. And just notice how your own deeper breaths and deeper prayers come through as we really settle into exactly this little technique we're working on. Let the little doorways open up, step through those thresholds of healing, being open to whatever is coming out of this. If anything, we're stimulating the skin, we're stimulating the bones, we're bringing vibration into our body. And if body talk technique is correct, we are bringing ourselves into greater wholeness, bringing that electrical system into greater efficiency. Let's go down to the navel now. And just find yourself in stillness as we work. Deeper stillness. All around the navel. Perfect. All right. And let's bring our hands back. One last breath here. I know it was kind of work, huh? Breathe in and out. Relax your arms and just start to shake. Shake your hands, shake your arms, shake your legs. I'm going to actually stand up now. Shake things out. Shake your body all around. You might even want to do a little bounce, shake your foot. I think of that like that dance, put your right foot in, put your right foot out, and shake it all about. So something I was reading about somatic healing is that when animals are stressed, their natural instinct response is to shake. So it's really great into us to start to really shake it out. Start to really shake it out. You guys can hear me okay? Yeah, good. All right. Awesome. All right, now let's just come to standing and pause. Woohoo! And get all those tingles through us. I hope it gives you a little laugh, feeling all that buzzing through your body. It certainly makes me smile. So just feel that little buzz going on. And the next somatic exercise or somatic healing we have is a little bit like what we were just doing with the tapping. So we're going to make a little music on our body. So it starts with tap pat your right thigh with your right hand, left thigh with your left hand, right hand to your left shoulder, left hand to your right shoulder, and then snap with your right and snap with your left. Okay? So it's right, left, right hand, left shoulder, left hand, right shoulder, right hand, snap, left hand, snap. So you go back to that right, left, across, across, snap right, snap left. Right hand, left hand, cross, cross, snap, snap. Let's keep it going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Back again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right thigh, left thigh. Right shoulder or left shoulder, right shoulder. Snap. And let's see if we can go faster now. Good. Keep it going. We'll do at least 2 more. Good. And let's just snap. Good work, everybody. All right. So now we're going to make figure 8. So you're going to kind of hang about halfway and figure 8 your arms. So figure 8 your arms, let them move and dangle. And you can bend your knees. You can keep your belly drawing in. You're figure 8ing your arms. I want you to imagine that as you figure 8 your arms, you're kind of cleaning out your space in front of you, your energy space. So keep figure eighting your arms down and up a couple times, and you can kind of bring them all the way up if you want, and then figure eight them back again to the ground. And just imagine you're clearing out your space. So imagine those figure eights as you bring them up overhead, and then bring them all the way down again to the floor. Let your arms dangle, kind of shift your weight from foot to foot. You see how I'm kind of rocking myself? So you want to rock yourself. You've got a nice wide stance. One knee bends and the other knee bends. I'm just sliding from side to side. I'm going to start that figure eight movement all the way up and overhead. And now one last time all the way down. Good. And now just let your body hang forward. So relax your head, relax and dangle your arms. And if you want, you can grab your shins and just hang. Just being in that stillness for another moment. Perfect. Now slowly begin to roll yourself up. And our last little standing massage is we're going to tug on our ears. So you're going to tug on your earlobes. You want to tug them away and back. Okay, so grab your earlobe. Make sure you don't pull on any earrings, ladies. Tug on your ear, pull it out and then back. Pull it out and then back. Okay, you're gonna do the same with your other side. You can do them both at the same time or one at a time. It doesn't have to be hard. What we're doing is we're opening up this doorway around the jawline and the throat line. This is often a place that gets extra tight on our bodies. So when we move our ears and pull them out and back, it helps to make space in our face, in our jaw, in our throat. If you'd like, you can take a nice long breath. If it makes sense to yawn, it may feel really good to yawn here. Yawning is a nervous system response. So is belly growling. These are all positive things that we can experience as we work. And now after you do the ear pull, you're also going to do the inner ear pull. So you go in where that first little bump is on your ear, and go right here, and you're going to pull back. Pull straight back. If you want, you can grab the other side of your ear and pull out as you push in. Pull out as you push in. All right, my nails are a little, so right in here, right up in here, pull out and then pull back. Push in and pull back. So you're getting inside the ear and pulling. All right, so now when you release that, notice what your ears feel like. Just notice all the warmth and just whatever feels open here. Just be aware of it. We trust that these little somatic techniques are doing what they need to do to balance us right to left, front to back, inner to outer, up to down, our whole 360-degree view of ourselves, inside and out. Perfect. Now, grab your therapy balls. Okay, so grab your therapy ball. I do not have the same size therapy balls, so I'm just going to use my two smaller ones today. And we're going to do a little pressure point therapy here. So you're going to take your therapy ball and you're going to bring it into your H1 point, your heart 1 point. So it's literally right on the inside of your armpit, and you're going to hug your therapy ball under there. And if you want to do them both at the same time, you certainly can. Okay, so you're going to hold your therapy ball underneath your armpit and just kind of wedge it in there and just kind of bring it down and cross your hands over your heart like so. You're going to take a few long, deep, slow breaths here. This is a very powerful way for us to just give ourselves a little hug while still stimulating that heart point underneath the pit. So pressing into those pits or pressing the arm bones down so you can feel the tennis balls go into your armpits. And we're just holding right across. This is like what we call butterfly hug. And take a few breaths. Soften your jaw, soften your throat. And then you can do some very soft little taps here. So just like the wings of butterfly, just soft little love taps here with your fingers across your chest. And there's lots of points in here, but what this is doing is it stimulates the lymphatic system and self-healing. Now, if you want to go a little deeper with this, and just know that this can create some emotional release response. So you cross your thumbs. If you can cross your thumbs there in the center, and then still got those tennis balls under and little butterfly wings. You may feel some emotional energy as you work. And just let this be a free space for you to feel, for you to honor yourself, for you to remember that you're never to abandon yourself. Give ourselves this breath and this love unconditionally, and to dedicate, as we have this hour-ish, to self-care, to make that promise to do this on a regular basis, just taking that time, whatever it may be, that builds that connection to our deeper self, to our wholeness, and to our well-being. Big breath in and out. You can squeeze again your arms a little closer to feel those tennis balls under your armpit or therapy balls in your armpit. And then let's take them out. Let them come out, set them aside, and let's come down onto our knees. You may need a blanket underneath your knees for this. We're going to come to kneeling. I realized there were quite a few poses we still haven't done, yoga poses that we haven't done that I really love. And so we're going to start kind of bringing in both the acupressure point therapy, but also some more of these somatic release points into some yoga poses. So I'm in a kneeling position. Okay. We're going to take our right leg out to the side, straight out. We call this gate pose. So it's like you want to feel like your whole entire left side is connected like it would be for mountain pose. So you want to feel that level head, shoulders back, open in the front of the hips, right? And then left knee thigh is sturdy. And I got my toes tucked under behind me. The right leg is off to the side. Now, depending on what feels good for you, you can either turn your toes up or press your toes down. Some people feel better just turning the toes slightly. But you guys can't really see that. Let me try to get a better view. Here. Okay, so I start from that kneeling point out to the side. So that's the gate position. I like that position with my feet because it's good for my arches. I tend to collapse in my arches and that affects my posture. So if you're like me, just see if feeling that arch is better in one way or the other. You can also turn your toes up. Okay, whatever feels good. All right. So from here, we're going to take our hands, clasp them behind our head. You're going to interlock your fingers. And we're going to start by inhaling, pressing up and reaching through the crown as you push down through your knee. Now we're going to arc to the right. Okay. So my elbow's going down, my left side's going up. I want to feel that space. Now, as I go over to the side, I'm going to look with my eyes towards my left. So I'm going right, but I'm going to look left. And as long as this feels okay for your eyes, you're going to keep your gaze up left as you arc right. Press the back of your head into your hands. Good, and just, you don't have to work too hard with this. If it gets to be too intense, like I tend to overwork here, you might want to place your thumbs along your neck and just tell your neck, relax neck, so it's not overworking here. Good, inhale, come back up to center, and let's switch sides. Release the arms, switch so your knees are on the ground, and then your left leg is gonna go out. We're gonna do 2 versions of this pose. It's great for stabilizing our skeleton, but it's also great for opening the hips, and externally rotating this side helps to open the whole entire leg joint. Okay, so again, find which direction your foot is best for you. We keep our hips facing forward, level across the chest and shoulders, head level, crown even with the ceiling. So everything's kind of framed, right? We want to feel this sense of mountain pose holding us up. Hands clasped behind our head, right at the base of the skull on that occiput. If you want, you can bring your thumbs down your neck for support. Okay, so push your head back into your hands just a little bit so you're not pushing your head forward. You want to have your head kind of pressing back. And then slightly start to rotate, not rotate, I'm sorry, side bend. We're going to do rotation later. So keeping the chest forward, elbows out to the side. Good, and now gaze up to the right. Taking some breaths, deep, slow ones, at least 3 of them, full, complete. So your gaze is up. You're opening and reaching, arcing, you're letting that head press back. 1 more breath. Good. Inhale, come all the way back up to center. Exhale, release your arms. And then we're going to switch again. But before we do, take a moment for both knees to be on the ground. You can have your toes curled under. Bring your block and sit on your block, either at its highest, medium, or lowest setting. Your feet are on either side of the block. I'll show you what that looks like from the side. Okay, here's my block. I'm gonna uncurl my toes. I'm gonna sit right down on the block. They call this Virasana or hero's pose. Okay, so you sit up tall, you find neutral spine, your sitting bones are right on the edge of your block or right in the center of your block. Now let your shoulders drop. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. So you want to imagine that you're really drawing the shoulder blades to squeeze on your back. Try to give you a back view of this. So I have my mountain in my trunk, but I'm going to squeeze the shoulders back. I'm going to keep those shoulders retracted back. And as I do that, I'm going to let my head go slow from side to side, holding those shoulder blades kissing each other. Okay. So what this is doing is it's helping us to tucker out those trapezius muscles and the rhomboids, which tend to hold tension in our neck and our skull. So you can kind of rotate your head a little bit, squeeze, rotate your head a little bit, just rocking the head slightly from side to side, maybe along the back. 1 more big breath here. Right up into the front of your heart, squeezing those shoulders, tiring them out, and then release your shoulders completely. Let them just be heavy. Take a few breaths and imagine those breaths going right between your shoulder blades at your upper back. Let everything spread out. Feel your wings open up. Perfect. All right. Back to the gate pose, only it's going to be slightly different. Take the right leg out. Right hand on the right thigh, left arm up by the left ear. Yes. All right. Inhale, reach up, stretch up, get as tall as you can. Pull up through your center line. And then exhale, keep that length, but arc over, slide your right hand down your shin, left arm overhead. Good. Now start to turn your heart towards the sky if you can. I'm using my hands for leverage. I'm going to keep reaching and I'm going to open, spiraling open out to the left. Good. One more breath here. And inhale, reach up to pull up. And then exhale, relax, changing sides. So just giving ourselves more freedom in our spine, right? That's the main, we'll say the main communication channel between our brain and our nervous system and everything, all the systems. Left hand to the thigh, right arm reaches up. Let's inhale, stretch up, reach up, get tall. And exhale, slide the left hand down the left shin, leg somewhere, start to reach. And just go as far as you can naturally. And you can start to look up towards the right inner arm, keeping that reach along the whole right side body. Breathing. Creating that space. Now, when we come up, you want to give your booty a little squeeze to help you reach up, stretch up through the center, and exhale, release. All right, let's come down to sitting. You want to still sit on the edge of like a blanket. Don't need your block at the moment. You're going to fold your right heel in towards your right groin. And your left leg is going to go slightly out to the side. Okay. In fact, you know what? It's probably better we go back to this right side again. So just switch your legs. Let's have the left heel in to begin and the right leg in its extension. Okay. Not quite happy with how we get a view here. I'm hoping we can get it better. All right, that's a little better. All right. So start with an inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to twist. You're going to twist towards your right leg, your extended leg. Now you can place your fingertips on the floor. You can help your twist by taking your left arm across into the outside your right leg and give yourself a little rotation through the upper spine. And we're relaxing the shoulder blades down the back. We're sending a strong regal extension through the crown. And we don't have to particularly really, take our neck into the pose, just gentle. Like your chin is over your right chest point. Good. And then from here, you're going to soften the twist just a little, enough to have your chest in the direction of your toes and your right leg, and start to pull forward. Walk your hands out as far as you'd like. And again, just comfortably reach for some point along your leg. Now, if you have a strap, for some people, strap feels good. You can always take the strap to the sole of your foot and pull. I prefer, for me, to really make sure I'm anchoring my hips here because I'll tend to want to overstretch. So turn your toes up to the sky and fan out your toes a little bit here. Yeah, so you feel that right leg press down into the ground. And then you can bow in. So start to fold in. And we're just going to get quiet here for a few breaths. And then on your inhale, press up, walk your hands back, sit up tall. Take your left arm behind you on the floor and take your right arm and reach it up to the sky. Okay. From here, if you'd like, you can lift up, and some of you may even push your hips forward, right? And lean back on your back left hand and stretch back. I'm going to give you guys side view on this one. Okay, so it's like this. Here's my right leg out. I'm going to pull up through my right arm. I'm going to push my hips up off the ground. I'm going to bend back. So it's a nice back bend. It can be really big or it can be smaller if you need to. I know it's a big pose, so do what you can. And then slowly land lightly, and we'll switch the legs. So send the legs in the opposite direction now. So we got our left leg straight out, the right heel in towards the right groin. I hope everybody is feeling good so far. All right, so we're gonna do our twist first. So right hand across, you can grab the left. We're gonna turn towards the left leg with our chest. Left arm can come around and help us take the twist. We're rotating like a spiral up through the spine. And giving yourself several breaths here. Lengthening through the crown. Now, any sparks of joy that have come through this practice so far, relish in them. Relish in any sense of upliftment or lightness. Just feeling yourself in space and in your body. Good. And then we'll just kind of rotate out half the distance. Place both hands on either side. Turn the toes up towards the sky, fan them out. Lift the heart, lead with your heart as you come forward. Good, press the back of your left leg down. So this is a really deep hamstring stretch. If it gets to be too intense, you don't have to come as far, or you can bend your knee, and that can make it easier. Okay, so from here, let the head come down towards your knee. It doesn't have to touch. Come as far forward as you'd like. You can use your strap if you need. So I want to just tell you another indication that your parasympathetic nervous system, that green light response is on, is you can salivate. So one of the things that you can try to do when you're in the quiet moments in your yoga poses, take your tongue to the roof of your mouth and try to let your mouth lubricate itself. So all those enzymes in your saliva are really good for your digestive system. This energetic point of salivating helps to turn that deep relaxation response on inside the body. And if you start getting some saliva, you can let it sit in your mouth. I know this sounds wild, but it's actually really healthy. You can swallow that saliva. It's going to help you with your digestive system. All right, little bits and pieces that you can take with you. Deep, full breaths into your abdomen. Tongue resting on the roof of the mouth, or just lightly towards the back of your teeth. Just noticing that lubrication. We're lubricating our inner mouth. We're lubricating our joints. When you're ready, start to bring yourself back up. Good. We're going to get that little back bend in. Right hand behind us. Left arm reaches up by the left ear. Push the hips forward. Lean back on your right hand. Get that nice arch of your back. Turn on my side again so you can see from that angle. So I'm reaching, pushing up and reaching back, getting that big, long, deep stretch at the front of the body. Breathe in, breathe out. You want to feel the whole front of your pelvis pushing out in front of you as you reach back. Now, any variation of that can feel good. You just want to keep it safe and right for you. And then let's come back, face each other, take the soles of the feet together, and the knees open. All right, another variation on what we would say is a butterfly as well. Look at the soles of your feet, give them a little bit of a massage. Let's work on making our exhales longer. So we're going to take a nice long breath in. And we're going to try to double that. So you're going to take a little bit of breath out first, push it out, and then let the rest of your breath go out all the way. So it sounds like this. And take a breath in. Or you can even do it open mouth here. This might be easier for you to hear. You let out a little breath, and then you let out the rest. Ah. And you can even make it a sigh if you want. So do that 2 more times, breathing in. You're gonna push all that breath out until you feel your navel squeeze in. See if you can hold your breath out for 5 seconds longer. 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. Exhale, part of your breath. Now the rest. Hold it out, push it out, squeeze the belly in, squeeze the pelvic floor in. 3, 2, 1. Breathe normally. All right, one last thing here while we're sitting upright. We're going to do something called the Rama Dasa chant. Actually, we'll just probably do, Rama Dasa. So this is, requires us to tap our fingertips. And so we say Ram, Ma, Da, Sa. Ra, so fingertips, index finger to thumb, Ra. Ma, middle finger to thumb. Da, ring finger to thumb. Sa, pinky to thumb. Ra, ma, da, sa. Now find your other hand. Let's do that one. Ra, ma, da, sa. Ra, ma, da, sa. Both together. Ra, ma, da, sa. Start with the index. Ra, ma, da, sa. Ra, ma, da, sa. Now whisper. Ra, ma, da, sa. Ra, ma, da, sa. 2 more. Ra, ma, da, sa. Ra, ma, da, sa. Good. Take a break. Just rest your hands open on your thighs. Take a few nice long breaths. So Ramadasa is Ra is sun, Ma is moon, Da is earth, and Sa is infinite or the cosmic. So we're connecting to the sun, the solar power within us, the moon, the lunar power within us. So those 2, masculine, feminine, yin, yang, we're connecting to that. And then Da and Sa is like the personal, the earth, what's here in my body, and the cosmic, the infinite, the way out there. So it's a beautiful way for us to unify ourselves and to feel that deep connection. Wonderful. Let's get on to our backs. And on our backs, I want to have you check in. So lay on your back. And you can lay with your knees bent if it feels right for you. So I'm going to see if I can bring this forward. My notes here. Oh, yes. All right. So we're going to do what's some joint rotation, holding the hoku point, that large intestine point that's right in between the thumb and the index finger on the pad of your finger. Okay. So the way to do this is you lay down. I want you first to check in. Check in and ask your body if there's anything that feels like it's still off as far as physical body is concerned. Is there a part that doesn't feel good? So just check in. Now, if there's no parts that are giving you trouble, that's good. That means class is probably working well for you. And if there are any parts that aren't, we're still going to do this point. So with your right hand, index and thumb, you're going to grab that point inside your left hand, right between your thumb and your index finger. And I'm pushing on inside and outside that point. I'm looking for any sore spots. You might have to massage it first. And we're going to hold that point, and you're going to move the joint or the area of the body. You're going to actually move it. So if it's your knee, you would move your knee. If it's your ankle, you would move your ankle. So you're looking for the sore places. If it's your hip, you would move your hip. So you actually are holding that hoku point, that large intestine 4 point, and you're rotating any area that still has pain. Okay, because this acupressure point, this large intestine 4 point, is a pain point. So it helps release pain from the body. So we're actually telling that point where we need the pain relief. Good, let's change hands. So yes, pincher, your index and your thumb, pinch right on the inside and outside of your right thumb and index finger pad, like on your hand. Okay, right between the two bones there. And we're going to massage that point, find where the most tender spot is. And then again, you're going to work on your left side now. You can flex and point the little joints of your body that hurt. You can move them around, you can rotate them. Okay, if it's your back, you can arch and curl your back. If it's your neck, you can move your head from side to side, pressing into that hoku point. If this side is extra painful, you can also wiggle your fingers as you press the point. So this point is also really great for arthritis. It's also a headache point. It's counter to pregnancy. So we don't tend to work this point in pregnant women. It can cause contractions in the uterus. All right, so from here, let's release. Turn the palms up right next to you and just notice how your body's feeling here. Yeah, just getting that feedback loop. Crossing the right ankle bone over the left thigh, we're going to take our figure 4 stretch. So make sure your ankle bone, your right ankle bone, is all the way off your thigh, and then pull in from there. I'm going to do a little version with my hips away from you so you can see how this works. So that's the angle you want as you pull your legs in. So you can take your hands, clasp them underneath at your hamstrings. You can see I've thread my right leg, or right in between my legs, and I'm grabbing my left. You can also grab on the outside. So this is a nice hip stretch. It frees up the piriformis muscle around the base of your spine and sitting bones. You could press your right knee away from you. You could also straighten your left leg to the sky. So any of these variations are good. We're going to close our eyes and pause here for about 30 seconds. Practice that same type of 2-part exhale breath I taught you earlier, taking a nice long inhale. Exhale in 2 parts. Really see if you can draw that breath out until you feel your navel snug itself in towards your belly, or in towards your spine, towards the floor even in this case. Hold it out, push it out, and then take another breath. On your own. And pulling that leg in, and then slowly release. Set both feet down on the ground, knees bent. Pause. If you'd like, you can place your hands on your abdomen for a moment. You just feel the warmth of your hands and the warmth of your hips and legs. So we kind of work from the top down today. So you can probably start to feel how your lower body and pelvis and legs are starting to really wake up and vibrate. Let's cross our left ankle bone over our right thigh. Press the left knee away. Flexing the toes, fanning them out. So you can always stay in this first position if it's too hard to pull the legs in. And if you pull your legs in, you're like, okay, that's as far as I can go. Just grab where you can, right? Grab where you can comfortably hold. Some people even slide a strap under here to give them leverage. So just find where you can go. If you can grab or clasp your hands behind your hamstring or in front of your shin, that's going to deepen it even more. Some people find that having the legs straight out, it's helpful for the hip and the rotation, as long as it's careful, you're careful on your knee. And keeping your foot flexed helps. Okay, so find where you like this pose the most, where it's going to work for you. We're going to pause here for 30 seconds. We're going to try that, those a few of the deep breaths with a longer exhale if possible. So 2-part exhale and really focusing on pushing all the stale air out of your lungs. You can even imagine 5 seconds longer on your exhale. Even if you don't feel anything coming out, just pause on the way out. Inhale. 2 parts. Push out all the breath. Hold it out. Feel the pose. Repeat. Just let your breath return to its natural rhythm. Uncross your legs. Plant your feet, knees bent. Place your hands, in fact, take your thumbs behind your waist and your other 4 fingers in front of, and just palpate this area here on your belly, either side of your waist. Just notice if anything feels sore or pressure or tender here. Just going to do a little belly work now. So all the things that we do each practice, it's all meant to, we're meant to have that physical benefit, not just the physical, but that reverberation into all the aspects of the body. So now we're going to place our whole hand between the base of the rib cage and the top of the hip, kind of at an angle down towards the pubic bone. And again, just palpate. We're just honoring the belly. And then from here, we're going to start right above the pubic bone at the base, and you're going to kind of press your fingers down and in. And then you're just going to kind of roll and press and move up. So we're going to do a little massage from the pubic bone up the belly. And this is the spot or part that might feel a little uncomfortable. You're going to do about 5. And you can start back again and do it 1 or 2 more rounds, going up about 5 presses. It's going up and under the belly and then get to the navel and go up and press, kind of hooking your fingers around your belly and under and just stimulating all the abdominal points all the way up and underneath the ribs. So this can be very uncomfortable if you have a full tummy. So if you've just eaten recently, you don't need to press that hard. And if you have an empty stomach, you can get in there and really stimulate the organs. This helps to support their movement, staying lubricated and active. And then once you get to the end of that, just start to press underneath your ribs all the way out to the outside, the top of your waist, bottom of your ribs. And then again, just place your hands flat on your belly or turn your palms up by your sides. Take pause. Now just going into easy breathing. All right. So let's take a moment to get ready for our Shavasana position. Just going to check our time. Yeah, let's start making our way towards Shavasana. If you feel like doing a belly down Shavasana, you're welcome to today. Sometimes that feels really nice for a change. Or doing Shavasana on your side instead of your back. So what that would look like is, for those who would like to try, you take a pillow underneath your shins and rest fully on your belly. Okay, so this can be nice, especially if you don't have any troubles with your neck, because you do have to turn your head to one side for it. Another option is to do your Shavasana on your side. So a lot of people think, oh, I can't, if I'm uncomfortable, I can't change the Shavasana position, but you can. You can put a pillow between your legs, and you can put a blanket underneath your head and do your Shavasana here. Okay, so this is another option. And if you're happy on your back and it feels good, you can take your body completely to lie flat on your back, maybe a little something, something underneath your head, and a little something, something underneath the back of your knees, and lay back. I'm just going to demo today because I'm going to give you a very sweet, prayerful relaxation, guided relaxation today. So find your way into your favorite version of Shavasana. And close your eyes there and let yourself fully rest. If at any point you feel like your mind starts to become active, you can rub your thumb against the inside of your pinky finger. Okay, so if your mind is having troubles getting still, do that. As you lay down and you let your weight drop into the earth, start to rest your toes and the arches of your feet. Relax your jaw. Relax your ankles and shins. Soften through your calves. backs of the knees. Relax your thighs and hips. Allow your abdomen, your whole entire pelvis to become soft and sink down towards the earth. Relax your chest, your entire rib cage, wrapping around to the spine. Allow your spine and your back to become heavy. Feel the soft, gentle rise and fall of your breath in your body. Relax all the way down the length of your arms into your hands, fingers. Your chest and throat relax. Your jaw, inner ear, relax. Back into your eyes and forehead and scalp, fully softened and sinking. The whole body is peaceful now. And your heart is resting. And your mind settles in your body and in your breath. And a wave of healing washes over you. Take this time now to feel our heart's prayers, an invitation, our own healing and safety, our own peace. We know and acknowledge that the source is always with us. And we invite it to stay with us and hold us through all the waves of each day, and to feel the presence of that power guiding and carrying us through, giving us grace. And guiding us towards ease. Please offer any prayers silently in these moments. Any silent prayers or intentions for yourself, any prayers you have for anyone. When you feel ready, feel the breath deepen and breathe a little deeper into your lungs, filling them up. And as you exhale, you can begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, stretching out your palms, circling your wrists. And reach through your feet, flexing and pointing your feet, circling at your ankles. And taking another deep breath and maybe giving yourself a big full body stretch out in all directions. And when you're ready, rolling over onto your favorite side and curling up there for a moment. Give thanks for our blessings, for this class, for this time. Just learning new things, making new neural pathways, connecting the brain with the body, with the heart, bringing them all into coherence. When you feel ready, begin to make your way on up to a seated position. So I wrote down some beautiful words by a woman. Her name is Susa Silverman, and she says, "By the silence of the earth, by the breath of the morning, by the curl of the wave to shore, by the hope of the waxing moon, in the vast expanding cosmos, on our tiny patch of planet, may we be giant in our hearts." Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May we be peaceful and happy. May we know the light of our true nature and live from it. And may we all be free. Thank you all so much for being here with me. I hope you enjoyed the new things. Have a beautiful week. Namaste.